Aunt Felicia, and even to Papa's place of business. But one terrible, never-to-be-forgotten day a letter did come, except that it was not from Papa. It was from a man in his overseas office. There had been a deadly fire at Mr. Fairwick's hotel, said the letter, and he was lost with many others. Mr. Fairwick was no more.
"Oh, Aunt Felicia,"
Amelia sobbed, for it was Felicia Charlton who had been the bearer of the dread tidings.
"Papa is gone forever."
"Forever," whispered Aunt Felicia, as if she needed to echo that word in order to believe it.
"And I have not only lost Papa," Amelia cried, "but now there will never be a wedding. You will never be my new mamma."
"Perhaps not by law," replied Aunt Felicia, "but remember this, you will always be my darling child no matter what." No matter what? The words sounded ominous, but Amelia chose to give all her attention to the words that had just come before them.
If I am always to be your child, does that mean I will come to live with you?" she asked. "Isn't that what Papa would have wished?"
"Oh, yes," Aunt Felicia said fervently. "But we will have to wait and see." Wait and see? Wait and see what? Ominous words again. But Aunt Felicia did not go on to explain them, and it was not until late the following day before Amelia would learn their meaning. She was to have a guardian, who must be her nearest blood relative. That turned out to be a cousin of Mamma's, Cousin Basil, and Amelia would have to go and live with him.
But I don't know of any Cousin Basil," cried Amelia to Aunt Felicia. "I don't remember Papa ever speaking of him."
"He may have many years ago, dear child, but has had no reason to do so in more recent years," said Aunt Felicia. "Cousin Basil is, after all, only a distant cousin, I believe. But there is, indeed, such a person."
Couldn't Mr. Collingwood arrange for you to be my guardian instead?"
Amelia pleaded, for she had often heard Papa say laughingly that Mr. Collingwood, his solicitor, could arrange almost anything. But Aunt Felicia shook her head. "I'm afraid that only your Cousin Basil can now decide that, and we must not hang on to any false hopes about it."
"Still, even if you are not my guardian, Aunt Felicia, you can come to visit me all the time," Amelia said eagerly. You will do that, won't you?"
"Oh, if only that were possible," replied Aunt Felicia. "But it appears that your cousin is not only distant on your family tree, but also distant in that he lives far from here. So very, very far." Amelia's throat grew tight.
"Where?"
she asked. Aunt Felicia hesitated. In America."
"America?"
Amelia breathed in horror. She could have been no more stricken had she been told she was to journey to the moon.
"Yes, right in New York, where you were born, darling child."
Aunt Felicia forced a dim smile.
"So you see, Amelia, you are really going home."
Home indeed. Amelia had been brought to London when she was a baby, so how could she think of any place else as home? Oh, she knew Papa had said that one day they might return to America, but the words "one day" had had no more reality than the words "once upon a time" in a fairy tale. And at the moment, her home was surely where she was right then. But what could a child of 11 do about it? Nothing, it appeared. For a while Amelia cherished the fond hope that Cousin Basil would inform Mr. Collingwood that he no more wanted her as a charge than she wanted him for a guardian. But that hope vanished forever when, shortly after, she learned that someone would soon be on the way by ship to fetch her. As it was considered improper for a gentleman to accompany a young girl on such a long journey, that someone would be Cousin Basil's sister, who lived with him. Being Cousin Basil's sister, she was, of course, Amelia's cousin as well. Her name was Cousin Charlotte. It was Cousin Charlotte who now sat in the cab with Amelia on the terrible ride to the train that would take her to the ship that was to transport her across the ocean. And every beat of the horse's hooves carried her farther and farther from what she loved most. To what?